the coal sector. We all know that after the Supreme Court's cancellation of coal blocks in 2014, it was a great setback to the domestic availability of coal. In fact, the amount of coal which was being produced from these coal blocks which were cancelled in 2014-15, and then after reallotment when we tried to rejuvenate, we could not even achieve that level until 2 years back. So basically from 2014 to 2014-15 onwards, for the next 4 years, in fact the coal production came down from these blocks. So it's a very heartening matter that Coal India sprang back, and also Nivli Lignite has come up with its Talabira block. So from the coal sector point of view, I think we could not intervene in the judicial process, but whatever we could do, and along with that, reforms such as amending the MMDR Act, which is not an easy job, which was done under the leadership of the minister, amending the bidding framework to bring in the commercial mining, drawing out new contracts, drawing out the national coal index, and in the area of coking coal also, today when we reviewed, we are seeing that the production is going to be double. The washed coal production this year is going to be double of last year. So in all, the total coal availability, to my mind, when we look at some of our neighbors, this year, in spite of such a huge spring back in demand, the ability of our country to be able to supply power on demand at stable prices, I think will have contributed in a big way to enhancing the competitiveness of India's exports. In fact, I was talking to some of the economists, colleagues in other ministries. They were telling me that due to the corona having come up in China and some of the parts of Asia, and also due to high commodity prices in the OECD world of Europe and US, the inflation rate which we all read in the papers having risen, the global economy this year is going to be under stress. And they were saying that India seems to be the only bright star on the global economy sky. And to my mind, it is the domestic coal sector which has been probably the biggest contributor. In Planning Commission, it was often talked that due to the link between the GDP and energy supply, for every 1% growth in GDP, at least 0.6% growth in energy supply is needed. And we do supply energy from imports, like in oil sector, we import oil, we import gas. In coal sector also we were importing some coal in the past, which came down drastically. This year also the imports, in spite of all the import, movement taking place, the imports are not going to be more than what would have been imported by the coastal plants, which would have imported in the normal course, but they are not able to do because their PPAs are not being honored. So under these circumstances, availability of domestic energy supply from coal at stable prices, to my mind, is a major contributor in the strong performance which the Indian economy is going to give this year. So this booklet is an attempt for us to put together, and we will all try to spread this message of the work that has been done by the government, by this government under the NDA 1, NDA 2, because there is a tendency when coal is in short supply, people don't go into whether the imported coal-based plants have performed or not, whether the logistics, the coal supply could take place or not, or there were other market-based reasons that the coal production did not take place where coal was available, but it took place where coal was not available due to the pricing because of the market method-based dispatch systems. So this is an attempt to bring out all the effort which has been put in by the entire coal family. And with these words, let me express my gratitude to the minister at the outset for having supported, this ministry and all of us in whatever way in going to the cabinet to get us decisions, in interlocuting with the other ministries to encourage coal gasification, also talk to finance ministry to get us various concessions. So with all this support of the minister and the team spirit, we are all geared up that in the coming Q2, which seems to be a challenge every year, we will come out well, and later on in the coming years, this performance will become a good background for our performance even on this basis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, as we move towards the release of achievements booklet, I would request Honorable Union Minister of Coal, Shri Pralhad Joshi ji, to formally release the achievements booklet by pressing the clicker on the screen. The booklet is also available on the Ministry of Coal website for wider outreach among citizens.
ये secret document है. Whereas it has to be publicized. I don't want to do that.
आपको वो करना पड़ता है. अच्छा. अब उसको रिमूव कर दीजिए ताकि मंत्री जी
The booklet of the Ministry is also available on the Ministry of Coal's website. We have done marketing and legislative reforms, coal import substitution, IT initiatives such as launch of apps, Khan Prahari, portal, single window clearance system, Koila Darpan, coal import monitoring system, digitization initiatives, and green initiatives such as EcoPass. I would now request Honorable Union Minister Shri Pralhad Joshi ji to address the gathering on this significant occasion.
Shri Anil Kumar Jain, Secretary Coal, and other senior officials of the ministry, and CMDs of all subsidiaries, and also CMD of Coal India. Today we are launching the booklet 8 years achievement under the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi ji, and we are completing 8th year. In the last 8 years, many major reforms have been taken place. The coal ministry has been in a mission mode in the last 8 years, and Prime Minister has guided time to time, and the result of that, many major reforms, many changes have been brought in. A series of reforms to transform the coal sector has been undertaken to fuel the India's growing demand for the energy and contribute significantly to India's economic activities. This booklet beautifully captures the highlights of the achievement of the past 8 years. Year-wise achievements have been mentioned in the booklet, which gives us an overview of how much the sector has been progressed. The phenomenal achievements and the big numbers have been possible because of the key policy initiatives by the senior officials and smart execution by the coal PSUs. We have taken number of steps that have led us to where we stand today. It may be difficult to talk about all those achievements, and even mentioning them in the booklet is also not easy. The country and the entire world need to know about the path-breaking reforms we have undertaken. This booklet is definitely a means to achieve that. I congratulate Coal Ministry on coming up with this booklet. It is well-intentioned initiative to spread the awareness about the achievements of the 8 years in the coal mining sector and their impact on our lives. I extend my best wishes to the coal companies and hope this booklet inspires and others also to take up this sustainable growth. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for those kind words of encouragement and valuable insights. I would now like to request Ms. Vismita Te, Joint Secretary, to extend vote of thanks.
Thank you, Anirudh. Honorable Minister of Coal, Shri Pralhad Joshi ji, Secretary Coal, Dr. Anil Kumar Jain, CMD CIL, NLCIL, NTPC, senior colleagues of the Ministry of Coal, and all others who have joined online. I take this opportunity to thank all of you to be present here in this launch of our 8 years achievement, which has been compiled in this beautiful glossy booklet. I wish this serves, as Honorable Minister said, as a source of inspiration to all of us that we can achieve more and more in the years to come. Sir, thank you very much for being the guiding light for this ministry, sir, and with the guiding words and everyday hand-holding by our Secretary Coal, I'm sure, sir, all of us are going to give the best in the coming years to come under your guidance and leadership. Thank you, one and all. Thanks.
Thank you, madam, and thank you all. Have a nice day.
Talking about